everybody, welcome back to Life with Donna vlogs. I'm so excited that you joined me today because today we're talking about fasting, and I'm going to focus on a specific fast that is very common. A lot of you guys know about it. It's called the Daniel fast, and it's a really great fast because if you're a beginner, you're still able to eat. And so it's a very common fast that a lot of people do, especially when they're new to fasting and they're not really sure how their body's going to react to it. It's super simple, super easy, but it still, takes a toll on your body. And what I mean by that, it's still a sacrifice because you're still giving up a lot of foods that you normally eat. So I want to talk to you about why people fast. I want to talk to you about the Daniel fast more specifically, what you can eat, what you can't eat, and also the benefits of fasting, because there are several benefits to fasting. It's great for your body, but it's more importantly very great for your spiritual being. And my goal in Life with Donna vlogs is really to see you flourish in every area of your life. I want you to be successful spiritually, physically, emotionally, in every single area of your life so that you can thrive in this world. And so if you are new to my community, welcome to Life with Donna vlogs. Don't leave without hitting that subscribe button right there and that notification bell so you can be the first one to be notified every single time I upload a new video. And now without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so first and foremost, let's talk about why people fast in the first place. Why on God's green earth would people decide to give up food in the first place, which is something that we all know that we need? Well, it's very simple. We do this to draw closer to God, first and foremost. Fasting is a spiritual discipline that people use to draw near to God. We also do it to die to our flesh. We want our physical being to be dead so that our spirit man can rise up and fulfill all that God has for our lives. So it's very important that that flesh stays down, it stays dead, in order for us to achieve our most spiritual being. Another reason why people fast is to be delivered from an ungodly soul tie or an addiction of any sort. When I was in college, I was addicted to coffee. I really was. I couldn't go on without having at least 3-4 cups a day, like minimum. That was minimum. And a lot of it was because I was very, very active. I was working a lot. I was also going to school. I was working on projects, but nevertheless, I was addicted to coffee. And so I prayed about it and I really wanted to be delivered from it. And I ended up doing a Daniel fast for the very first time when I was 19 years old. And it was insane for my body because my body was like, what are you doing to me? But at the end of the day, when it was all said and done, after the 21 days were over, my addiction to coffee broke off of me. And I believe with all my heart that it was because I committed myself to that fast and I gave up coffee for 21 days that my body was able to release it from my system, cleanse me, and I wasn't addicted anymore. And now I can go on without drinking coffee. I don't have to have coffee. I still drink coffee because I enjoy it, but not necessarily because I need it, which is a huge difference. So if you are dealing with some sort of addiction, you're addicted to anything. It could be technology, it could be a person, it could be something that you need to do every single day. Let God heal you and deliver you by going on a fast. Now, before I go on any further, I want to say I am not a doctor. I am not a healthcare physician or any sort. So please consult with your doctor, with your physician, if you want to do a fast. Especially if you're on any type of medication or you have an illness right now, do not go any further without consulting with your doctor first. Another thing I wanted to point out is that fasting is not a diet. It is a spiritual discipline. So we do this fast to draw closer to God. So the times that you would normally spend cooking a meal or eating a meal, you're spending that time with the Lord. You're spending the time in your word, in prayer. You're open to receiving all that God has for you on this fast. And that's really the main focal point of any type of fast. What do you eat on the Daniel fast? Well, it's very simple. The Daniel fast is not a complete fast. A complete fast means that you abstain from all food, all liquid, absolutely. The Daniel fast is not a complete fast. The Daniel fast is basically, in a nutshell, eating fruits and vegetables only. That's it. Now, it might sound a little insane, but a lot of people do incorporate whole grains into their Daniel fast recipes. So whole grains would be anything that has quinoa in it, wheat tortillas, some oatmeal. It just depends on how radical you want to be. You know, if you want to be completely radical, then just eat fruits and vegetables. That's what Daniel did in the Bible. But if you want to be a little more, you know, have a little bit more substance to you, then go ahead and indulge in some whole grains as well. But really, you know, go back to what's the purpose of this fast. This purpose of doing a fast is really to draw closer to God. And in order to help you out with your fasting journey, I created a PDF file to help you, a guide to the Daniel fast that you can download for free today by going to lifewithdonna.com and signing up for my email list. You'll be able to receive a PDF file once you confirm your email address and receive a guide that's going to help you. It's going to show you what foods you can eat, what foods you cannot eat, and also a few recipes as well. So go to lifewithdonna.com right now and sign up for my email list. Now, Daniel was a righteous man of God. He was a prophet of God. God used him mightily. And, you know, he's the reason why we call it the Daniel fast. And he's most famous for being in the lion's den, and God delivered him out of the lion's den without even a scratch to him. He sent angels to Daniel in the lion's den after much fasting and prayer, and he survived. And it's a beautiful testimony of God's power and glory and how he answers our prayers, you know, when we go to him for our needs. And the Daniel fast is a very popular fast. A lot of churches get together and do it in the beginning of the year as a sign of the first fruits. So basically what that means is you're giving God the first fruits of the year. You know, the first few weeks of the year are for God. You're setting it aside for the Lord and really designated that time to prayer and to fasting. So a lot of churches do it. It is considered like a corporate fast in the beginning of the year. But you don't necessarily have to do it with the church. You can do it individually. And really that's what fasting is all about, is about not being seen by man, but really just letting your Father in heaven know what you are doing it for. My church does it too in the beginning of the year, and I know many other churches out there do it as well. Okay, foods to avoid. These are the things that you cannot eat on the Daniel fast. You can't eat sweets, you can't eat soda, you can't eat any meat, poultry, or fish, or any dairy products. So basically, you're a vegan for 21 days. One rule of thumb that I wanted to mention that you really should keep in mind throughout your fast is Daniel said in Daniel 10:3, he said, "I ate no pleasant foods." So what does that mean? That means that if you consider something pleasant to eat, something that you love, you want to give that up because you really want this to be a sacrifice, you know. So for me, for example, I love coffee. I drink it almost every single day. I don't need it anymore like I used to, but I still enjoy coffee. It is a pleasant food to me. So on the Daniel fast, I avoid it at all costs. I don't touch any type of coffee to my lips at all whatsoever. So, you know, what I like is different from what you like. So you need to, you know, talk to God about it. Figure out what are the things that you're going to give up on this fast that are really going to make it a sacrifice. You know, you really want this to be a sacrifice and not just a diet that you're doing, you know, because that defeats the purpose of the entire fast. So in order for it to be a true sacrifice, you need to determine, okay, what are the foods that I consider pleasant, you know, and I'm going to stay away from them for 21 days. Okay, let's talk about fasting benefits. You know, there are so many benefits to fasting. First and foremost, of course, spiritual. You draw closer to God. When you go on a fast, you're very sensitive to the leading and the guiding of the Holy Spirit. God will speak to you. He will also answer your prayers. You know, so a lot of times people will go on a fast in order to get prayers answered, and God comes through. It's almost like fasting really opens up the floodgates of heaven to fulfill God's purposes here on earth. And it really is an important spiritual discipline that every believer should be doing, you know, not just once a year, but throughout the year as well. Many times I have done a fast because I really needed an answer to prayer, and God has always come through. I have so many testimonies that I can share with you all of how fasting really opened up the door for me to receive my breakthrough. And so it's really important that we all do it. And of course, there are the physical benefits of fasting, which go without saying, But you know, when you go on a fast, you're able to sleep better. Your body is detoxifying, you know, out of all the toxins that we eat every single day, with all the processed foods and all the things that we indulge throughout the year, especially, you know, after the holidays. You know, we're full of toxins in our body. So fasting is a great way to reset your body and really allow those toxins to just get out of your body. You're eating fresh fruit and vegetables that are healthy to your body, that are really helping heal your body. Your skin looks great. You're drinking more water because that's one of the only things you can drink on the fast. Another benefit of fasting is the fact that you lose weight. And all the ladies said, amen. But let me just say this, you're not gonna go on a fast to lose weight. You know, if you wanna lose weight, then go on a diet, but don't call it a fast, because fasting is really for you and God to be close together again. So in conclusion, I wanna encourage you to go on your own fast, but also consult with your doctor, you know, before you do anything. And really just let this be between you and the Lord. You know, God is pleased when we do fasting in secret. I love what Matthew 6:16 says. It says, "When you fast, do not look somber as the hypocrites do, for they disfigure their faces to show others they are fasting. Truly, I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you fast, put oil on your head and wash your face, so that it will not be obvious to others that you are fasting, but only to your Father who is unseen. And your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you openly." And so really, you know, you want to do it in that secret place where it's just you and God, and you're crying out to Him for your needs, and you're showing Him that you love Him by letting your flesh die and your spirit man rise up to fulfill the call of God upon your life. So I pray that this vlog helped you. And again, if you want to get my Daniel Fast Complete Guide, go to lifewithdonna.com and sign up for my email list to download the PDF file after you confirm your email address. And also, if you are new to my channel, do not leave without hitting that subscribe button right there and that notification bell so you can be the first one to know when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for being a part of my community. I love you guys so much. And if you have a suggestion for my next vlog, comment down below and let me know. And who knows, you may just see it on the next vlog. God bless you guys. I love you and happy 2020. Bye.